sit cross-legged on my little stool here because I want to get nice and comfy to talk to you. Hello everyone and welcome to another video. So for today's video, I am going to talk about why I go to writers' conventions and why you should too. And if you're not a writer and you're watching this could still apply to you. If you're a reader, you might want to go to these. So stay tuned. Let me just sit cross-legged on my little stool here because I want to get nice and comfy to talk to you. Okay, I love writers' conventions. I went to my first writers' convention when I was 16 years old. I was a little tiny baby. And, no wait, let me rewind. First of all, I went to this, what was this called? It was kind of connected to Go Teen Writers, which is a blog and Facebook group community that I love. And that really helped me in my formative writing years. There was like this convention they held that was all online, and it was so cool. And it's no longer in existence, unfortunately. But you would go online, and it was cool. You could meet other teen writers, young writers, and you would learn from published writers and experts in their fields, and it was really cool. And that's kind of how I got started in the writers convention thing. There was also a younger writer who went to an ACFW conference who talked there. His name was Chris Cole-Morgan. I'm not sure if he's published now, but he wasn't then. But he basically talked about his experience going as a young person to a writers convention. And so I wanted to go since then. I was too young to go to the ACFW convention. I think you have to be 18 to go. I could have gone with a parent, and they might have changed this by now. But I would have had to go with a parent, and they would have had to be with me at all times, yada yada. Anyway, so fast forwards, I am 16 years old. I was actually 15 when I heard about it. The Romantic Times Book Lover Convention, which is no longer in existence. Unfortunately, this year was their last year. But I was 16, and I was a huge fan of Deanne Gist. I still am. I love her to death. And I saw that she was going to be in Kansas City, where I'm from. And I was like, well, I need to meet her. She's like my favorite author. And so I looked it up, and this conference is awesome. There's parties, there's learning environments, there's opportunities to pitch your works to publishers or agents. And there's a huge book signing. It looked awesome. It looked like a party for Heather, and I'm not a partier. You know what I mean? So I begged my parents to let me go. It was in Kansas City. It was my second to last week of school. I got to take off of school for it, high school, and I went to this convention, and I learned so much there. Who is clanging dishes upstairs? Anyway, I learned so much there. Basically, you go to these kind of sessions, and this honestly prepared me for college. Like, college was easy compared to this. You go to these sessions, you learn about promotion, you learn about going to conventions, you learn about networking, anything you want. Basically, there was a panel for you to listen to. And I really enjoyed that. And then I also got to meet and network with other authors. I got to meet Deanne Gist, and she kind of helped me perfect my pitch. She was like, oh, so you want to pitch? You got to make sure it's good. Why don't you do it for me? And I was like, oh, okay. And I did it, and she helped me make it more exciting and what the publishers would want. And that was so cool. That was so nice of her. Thank you, Dee, if you're watching. You're the sweetest. But anyway, so then I went to this Pitchapalooza they had where you got to pitch to all these publishers and agents. And I got several agents who wanted to read my whole book. And I got a couple publishers too, and I met my publisher there. They were called Estrella Press then. They're now Clean Reads. And they wanted my book. And so that's how I got published. So really, writers' conventions have a special place in my heart. That was my first writers' convention. My next one was in New Orleans, and it was also the Romantic Times Book Lovers Convention. And this was a little different for me because I went from going to one as an aspiring author to going to one as an aspiring author to going to one as a published author. So I had to promote my book there, which is another great opportunity if you're a published author. Now, if you're a reader watching, you're like, why did she say that? I know this one and the one that's going to be happening in its place the book lovers convention. They are very geared toward readers. There are events for readers all week. There are huge book signings. You can get 1,000,000 free books. I came home with 100 free books my first time. I had to limit it the next couple times because I wasn't at home, so I had to fly my books home. But you get 1,000,000 free books. I'm not even kidding. And they're all signed by the author. I got free copies of Divergent signed by Veronica Roth. Like, it's that crazy. Like, E.L. James was there. That was the whole drama issue. But anyway, so in New Orleans, I had to learn how to do it. As a published author, I had to market and tell people about my books. And I had business cards, I had postcards, and I found new readers there, which was awesome. Even if you're kind of shy, I can be kind of shy in person trying to tell people about my books. You can still meet readers, and that's awesome. And so my next convention was in Dallas, and surprise, surprise, I was the author of 2 books at that time. So actually, my next book came out in print while I was in Dallas, which was really cool. My publisher surprised me. So I got to sign both my books. I got to meet new people, and it was awesome. And then I went to college, and I didn't get to go, and I saw all my friends posting about these parties and all these events, and I wasn't there, and I was really sad. So I luckily graduated, but right before, the week before, their last convention was held in Reno, Nevada this year, and I got to go to that. And it was so fun. You learn so much at these. That's why you have to go. But what I'm trying to say is you can go to these if you're a writer, if you're an aspiring writer, a published author, a reader, even an industry professional. You find new authors, find new books, market your writing, learn about how to become published. They are amazing. I mainly have experience with that convention. I also want to go to the RWA, Romance Writers of America convention, and I also want to go to ACFW one day. So there are lots of conventions. If you don't write romance, there is probably a convention for you as well. Just look it up. Even just BookCon, that's really huge. I haven't been to that, but there are so many things that you can do to get out there, and they're so beneficial. They cost a lot of money, but save up for it. Make it your vacation. And if you really care, maybe you can do it. Anyway, that's why I love going to writers' conventions and why you should too. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up icon and comment below if you've ever been to a convention or you want to. Please hit the subscribe button and the little bell icon so you get a notification every time I post a new video. I post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so please stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching.